Those who do not know how to live, must know how to die well. A cigarette is a pinch of tobacco rolled on paper with fire at one end and a fool at the other. Progress is impossible without change, and those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. If any religion had a chance to rule Britain, even Europe in the next 100 years, it could be Islam. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. The true happiness of life is when we are used for a very noble purpose. When the world goes crazy, one must accept madness as sanity, for sanity is, in the final analysis, nothing but madness that the whole world agrees on. A happy family is an early paradise. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Your right to enjoy happiness without creating it is no more than your right to use wealth without producing it. When we find our first love, what usually appears is a little stupidity and a lot of curiosity. A socialist is someone who is nothing, and is ready to share it equally among everyone. The worst sin against our fellow creatures is not hating them, but being indifferent to them. That is the essence of inhumanity. Democracy is a form of government that replaces the election by a large number of incompetent people to office by a corrupt few. Now that we have learned to fly in the air like birds, swim underwater like fish, but we lack one thing, to learn to live on earth as humans. A life full of mistakes is not only more valuable but also more useful than a life of doing nothing. There are two kinds of happiness, having a good dog or being a good dog. We become wise not by the memory of our past, but by responsibility for our future. Life doesn't stop being funny when people die any more than it stops being serious when people laugh. Make money and the whole nation will conspire to call you a gentleman. Punishment of a liar, not one bit he does not believe, but he cannot believe other people. Science is always simple and always profound. Only half the truth is dangerous. We educate each other, and we can't do this if half of us think the other half isn't good enough to talk to. Man's inhumanity to man is only surpassed by his cruelty to animals. The problem is that he lacks the power of conversation but not the power of speech.